Okay, well, a few podcasts back, we've had some recent things on drones, and we know that there are people out there that likely want to make money with drones.
Right.
We had Robert Wicker on that does real estate photography, and so we've got with us today, we have Brandon Packman with skywatch.AI, and I thought this would be an interesting subject for those of you who are out there who want to make money with your drones, because this is important. It's an insurance policy. Brandon, thank you, and welcome to the Photobug.
Hey, well, thanks. I appreciate you guys having me on. This is great. Thank you.
Well, we want to talk a little bit about your app, and I should mention this app is available for both Android and iOS for Apple products, and it's skywatch.AI, correct?
Yeah, that's it. That's how you find us. Skywatch.AI is our web address if you want to look us up. If you want to install us from your favorite app store, you also just type in skywatch.ai and we'll pop right up.
Okay, and we're going to put down here, we're going to put a link so people can find it as well. And we'll put it in the show notes as well.
Sure. Well, let's start off to give us go ahead.
Oh, I say, hey, it sounds like this isn't your first time.
Oh, we've done this once or twice.
Yeah, maybe. or we're good liars, one of the two.
Yes, a little bit of both.
So we wanted to start off asking you to kind of give us the basic tour of what your product does.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so we provide on-demand drone insurance for both commercial and hobbyists. You don't have to be one or the other. We put the tool right in the hand of a person who is probably looking to make money, as you said, with drones and needs some insurance. Either often what happens is a person feels that they need it to be insured, or a client asks them for a certificate of insurance, and then they come looking for it. And we want to be there, at a low price point to help people kind of get into this business of making money with drones. So it's an app where we have like a best-in-class risk map, and it shows where you are, and it shows real-time obstacles around you and airspace, and we price per flight. It's per hour, but we price where you are in the world and what's going on around you, the insurance. So it can be as little as $5 an hour if you're a safer flyer and have experience, which we'll talk a little bit more about, but and it can go up to hundreds of dollars, for a $10 million limit. Maybe you want to fly 8 hours. So it's a wide range, and people can help really manage their costs and their risks with skywatch.AI. You're able to select either a static kind of circle or a detailed polygon of coverage, and avoid risks with our polygon feature that I think a lot of people like. You can push your little finger around on the screen and move the points around, and avoid obstacles that you don't intend flying near, and save some money that way. You hit go, and after you create an area and you pick your limit of insurance, we start at $500,000 and go up to 10. The higher limits are reserved for people who say, yes, I am a Part 107 flyer with the FAA. Yeah.
And by the way, if you're not, you should not be charging anyway. That's not legal under the current laws. I want to point out something too, so people aren't confused. Now, this doesn't insure the drone itself. This is for damage that may be caused by the flight.
You are correct. In insurance terms, we call it, it's aviation liability, and that covers you for bodily injury and property damage to third parties, to kind of use that, legalese insurance talk. So the goal is to get you a certificate of insurance into your hand immediately, and then you can provide that to your clients. We're able to allow you to book now up to 60 days advance. So if someone's asking for a certificate insurance and to be named additionally insured on that certificate, we and you can really manage your costs of your insurance as you go along.
And I've been fortunate enough, I was beta testing the software for you. And what is really nice, too, it's not just an insurance program, but you can actually fly with it. You're using the DJI SDK. And you might want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so, we really wanted to form something that's pilot-centric and gives people, alerts in real time as to what's going on. The most critical thing by having, I think, this DJI mobile SDK integrated is that if you fly outside of the coverage zone that you created for yourself, you'll get a warning. So that's kind of a critical piece of information. It's, it may be hard to tell where you are versus, this coverage zone that you created. So it's optional. You don't have to fly with it. You can fly with your favorite ground control station that you choose. But if you do, what we're able to do, and this is really kind of what sets us apart from really anyone on the market, is we're able to read the telemetry data, and we've got some nice algorithms that we've developed with analyzing really over 1 million flight logs. So we can, look for 30 plus indicators to score a pilot on how they're flying, and then reward them with up to 50% off their insurance. So really, it's a safety score that we call it, and the discount is, real. It's up to 50% off. Kind of the rule of thumb is, you have to have about what you get is a discount when you have 3 to 6 flights with us of 15%. Claim-free flights, and then we pair that with scoring, and we score everything is from were you flying low and fast and making evasive maneuvers to how much battery life was left when you landed. Just some risk management steps that we've practices that we think make for safer flights that have shown to be safer. We've also noticed if you're flying in the same location or job site often, there's much less risk of incidents. So we want to reward people for flying safe and pass the costs savings on to the person who's trying to start a business, and they're getting paid by the hour, and so we're able to match a nice product offering with them.
And I should mention too here that I've used the beta and the final version with both the Phantom 4 DJI and with the new little Mavic Air, and without any issues. And once the SDK was implemented and worked out, and all the bugs worked out of it, they work fine.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, we're excited. We're staying up to date as DJI, has a big share of the market. With when they roll some new software out, we're going to update our app. So that Mavic Air update, I think that was a little bit of trouble for a while, but they fixed it, and we were right there to be, updating our app with that too.
And I was doing a couple beta tests, and you weren't the only one, so there was some issues on DJI side as well. So, but yeah, it works out, and DJI is definitely the gorilla in the room. So they have a huge market share.
They do. They were nice enough to tweet about us, the DJI Enterprise Twitter handle, about the integration. So, they're doing a good job of bringing out good products. I think that's why they have so much market share. When I'm calling and looking for customers and feedback, I really run into very few products that are not, DJI, that are being right now.
Anybody that brings out with a new drone right now, the first thing they do is says, "What has DJI done, or what are they coming out with?" So, yeah, they're at the top. That's for sure.
Right.
Well, anything else that you want to relate on about Skywatch?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've released a great, what I'd say, MVP, minimal viable product. We stay in product development or startup mode, but you're going to see some really cool integrations and tools being built out in the coming months. The goal is to, really be in the workflow for the commercial or prosumer, drone pilot. So I think things, are going to get simpler and simpler to get insurance with us. It's not really photography focused, but there's a mapping company called Drone Deploy, a great software app, and we have an integration with them. We launched an app on their app market where you can upload your logs from Drone Deploy to us and get the safety score discount without ever having to fly with us. So what I think you'll see here in the coming months from us is a tool where you can upload your DJI log files to us and get a safety score without having to fly with us if you don't want to, choose to. If you share data with us, we're happy to analyze it and, give you the discount that you deserve.
Now, is there a fee for the download? Since I got it from the beta.
Yeah, so the app is free, and it's free if you want to check out our ground control station, this integration with DJI. You don't have to be flying, buying insurance to fly with that. You can just touch the little drone icon, and it'll transition from the insurance product into the ground control station that looks very much like DJI Go. So you can check that out and make sure it's something that you would feel comfortable flying, when you're on a job site someplace. What I should really mention is, the background of our company is all, they're kind of aviation-minded tech guys, very smart team, very capable. And our underwriting partner is Star Companies, and their aviation company there is the largest aviation underwriter in North America. So, A-rated company, they know aviation, they know drones, they've been doing it for a long, long time. We're a startup with this new platform, but they certainly are not. So there is, a nice, partner who's there, if you should ever need to have a claim.
Basically, if you fly into a window and smash it up, cause damage, you have some confidence that the company's going to pay off as they...
Yeah, no, we're excited to be working with them at Star and now be launched. We've, Jim and I, we've been speaking for months now, and we've launched on April 30th, and we're selling policies, and we've got a lot of traction and really some impressive install numbers. So people are buying limits. Even if they have an annual policy, people are coming to us to buy maybe like our $5 million limit because they're flying for like a rock quarry, for example, or a construction company, and they are requiring those higher limits. So, that's something you can, I think, is a great secondary use. If you have an annual policy, great, you're go for it. But if you run into a circumstance where you need a $2 million or $5 million or $10 million limit, you're able to install this app for free and get insurance in really minutes. And the certificate of insurance shows up for you. And that way you don't have to turn down a job because you can't get your agent on the phone to, get that limit raised, and you don't have to pay for that, high insurance all year long. So I think it's a really helpful, I think, tool for this kind of new industry where people are launching new businesses, and it's hard to say how much paid work they're going to run into. So to pay close to $1,000 for an annual policy is it's just real money.
I have insurance on my drones, but they don't cover any damage. It's not to any liability.
Right.
So
really what you've got is a product that lets them have the insurance as they need it for as much as they need so they can meet their liability requirements
And-
of the job, which a lot of people don't think about this. They're basically going to be contractors
Right.
when they go out there to do commercial drone flight and get paid for it. So this is what a
Right.
lot of other contractors and other businesses have already know about. But in this
Yeah.
arena, it's a little bit new.
And you don't have to be flying commercially either. If you're
Right.
just a hobbyist and you think, well, there's a chance I could cause some damage here, maybe you want to
Right.
consider it for the few bucks it's going to cost.
I would say, especially for the
Right.
group that loves the drone racing, because no, seriously, there's
Yeah,
people that are really into that, and you can have you're trying to stay on the course, but if something happens and there's damage to either another party, another
Crash into
drone,
one of the judges and
or
Yeah,
whatever you
awesome.
do.
Yeah, no, I talk to operators all the time who they said, well, I was, getting some shots and it was really just for myself, but, it was in an area where people and cars were around and I just, hey, it was worth the $7 to get, a minimum product. And that's where, even without no discounts from us, if you never flew from us or uploaded any logs, kind of our base rate for $500,000 is $7.
yeah, I was shocked because I was expecting $40, $50. When I saw it under $10, I thought, wow.
Yeah, I mean that's a
And don't go out there
large copy or,
purposely crash
yeah.
into things. We want to keep those prices down.
Yeah, I mean that's insurance. I think you have seen rates. I've been kind of in the drone insurance kind of business for about 5 years now in one way or another. And we've seen rates kind of go down a little over the last 5-10 years because there hasn't been any of these big claims. The liability side for the insurance world is profitable. The physical damage, hull coverage, that's not so profitable.
Yep.
These things do crash, as we all know. So right now we're just in the liability. Down the line, we may be looking at how to offer something on a subscription basis or any policy, and would be able to more easily account for that physical damage risk to us.
Well, Brandon, I appreciate your time today, and we're going to urge everybody, because it's something I use, and really urge people to go out there. We're going to put the link up here again.
Yeah, and I'll say if someone has any questions, I'll give them my phone number. I'll say my phone number right now. It's 541-968-3856. You got any questions? Something doesn't make sense? We've got a really good FAQ, frequently asked questions section on there, and you can go and look at the policy language yourself and see exactly what it covers before you ever buy. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We're in product development mode, and we really want to hear feedback and questions to keep improving the product for the whole drone community.
Great.
Well, I appreciate it. So thank you so much for spending the time with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it. It's been
And
fun.
we'll let you get back to your shop there.
Okay.
Thanks
All right.
a lot.
Thanks. Fly safe.